Hey, you guys. This is Lacey. Gonna come on here and do a quick channeled update. As you can see, I'm not gonna really do much tarot anymore. Again, I've already been saying this in several readings before. I might come on here every now and then and throw some tarot out there, but I really don't need the cards because energy is real and energy doesn't lie. And so I was woke up. I woke up this morning because I had this crazy dream that I don't know if I'm going to share, but I had this crazy dream, and it led me to, basically the dream was to wake me up and for spirit to communicate with me, to give me some warning signs about people, places, and things that y'all need to really watch out for. Also, by the way, my channel currently is being protected. I had to get an investigative team on my channel to see what was going on, and they pretty much fixed my channel. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the videos. It's still slightly being affected, but it's getting fixed nevertheless. It's the power of hiring a team to fight cybercrime for you. It's so awesome. Definitely my recommendation. I'm not going to tell you who. I'm just going to tell you to be led by the Holy Spirit. There are definitely, God will definitely lead you in the right direction for that. Now, there is going to be a continuance of the Great Deception. So you guys, wolves in sheep's clothing is all I keep on hearing and seeing, okay? And I keep on hearing and seeing, you need to protect yourself from coworkers who act like they have your best interests, but honestly, their best interest is to meddle into your personal life and your business to see how they can somewhat control you in the work environment. So when you're working with narcissists, low-key narcissists that don't come off strong, narcissists that are not flashy, narcissists that aren't, aggressive, narcissists that are the silent ones, the calm ones, the serene ones, the ones that just want to control you, right? This is how narcissists are, you guys. They have to have some form of control, whether they're a low-grade narcissist or a high-grade narcissist. And the difference between the two is basically their interaction with you. Very subtle. Low grades are very subtle, very soft-spoken, very quiet. You know what I mean? They're not very pushy, not like the typical narcissist where, I mean, you can see it a mile away. You know what I mean? You're like, whoa, okay, red flag, red flag, red flag. These low-key, soft-spoken narcissists, if you truly pay attention to the verbiage, you'll start to feel and see the red flags. They're so subtle and discreet of their covert narcissism that you really have to pay attention. This is why I tell you guys to have the spirit of discernment, to constantly pray and ask God, give me the eyes to see what I cannot see, the ears to hear what I cannot hear, and the heart to feel what I cannot feel, right? Because when you're dealing with low-key narcissists, I think they're honestly the most manageable narcissist that you could, because the same thing that they're trying to do you, it's actually, you can counteract it by mirroring them, for the lack of better words. Does that make sense? So let's say somebody's meddling into your personal life, your personal business, right? Somehow, some way they got info on you and your family. Because remember, covert narcissists, this is what they do. Covert narcissists, they don't know how not to investigate people. They don't know how to stay in their own lane. They don't know how to just live their own life. They don't know how to just be themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so not worry about what other people are doing at home, or how people are raising their kids, or how people are delegating, you know what I'm saying? Or how they're going about their business, basically. You get what I'm saying? And so how to mirror them back? Well, you really don't want to, you don't want to give them a taste of their own medicine. Obviously, you never want to do that with anybody because that's just bad karma, right? But you do want to mirror back, like you kind of want to show them a reflection of who they are. Does that make sense? Because once you show them how they're reacting, low vibing narcissists, the subtle ones, I feel like they're like in their baby phase of or like, I don't want to say baby phase, because most of them they're, narcissists are narcissists, period, especially covert narcissists. What am I trying to say? I'm just trying to say they're not as a threat, I guess you could say, to your personal life, to your livelihood, period, to your soul, realistically, because, that's the ultimate goal for a narcissist. They want to crush your dreams and your soul, you know what I mean? But they do need to they do need to know that boundaries need to be set. So you're going to have to find a way to set boundaries with covert low vibing narcissists. Now, the only way to do this is a third party, a mediator. You're going to have to find somebody, especially if you're working with them, you're going to have to find somebody to be the mediator. The go-to, hey, you need to reach out to somebody who you trust, that you can talk to, that can help you and guide you, through the situation, hopefully delegate behind the scenes for you. But let me touch base again on low vibing narcissists. Now, this is what they do. They discreetly, covertly go behind the scenes, gather information on your personal life so that they can figure out a way to control your personal life in a work setting. And how are they going to do that? This is a covert narcissist. This is what you got to wait for. This is what you got to watch out for, the red flags. Because they ultimately want to control your life, because how you run your life outside of work is how you're going to manage your life inside of it. Does that make sense? But let me tell you, nobody has the right to play God in your life. I don't care what they've been through. Their advice, okay. But the mere fact that they've gone behind the scenes covertly, have somehow found out information of your personal life that you did not talk about or tell them, that's a red flag. You see, most businesses operate this way, and it's such a shame, and it's so sad. This is why it's so important to really want to have the independence, to really want to have the drive to figure out how you can work for somebody but still be independent, where nobody has any authority or any rhyme or reason to think that they can tell you how to run your personal life. But these are the covert narcissists that I'm telling you about. So they're subtle. Somehow they gain information, access to information of how you're going to live your life during seasons of lives and whatnot. You get what I'm saying? And they want to control you because it's not going to match how they are going to operate during this season as well. Does that make sense? Because ultimately they want to use you so they can gain off of you and how diminish your own way of being. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is, if there's something that does not fit their quota, their agenda, their program, their schedule, in a season, in a month, in a training, in a week, or whatever, they're gonna find ways to throw your personal life off by trying to control you, but subtly telling you things like, oh yeah, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Like, how did you know that I was doing that? How did you know that I was going to be doing that? Did I ask you for your advice or your opinion? Do I need it? Is it really, are you paying my bills, raising my kids, putting food in their mouths? Okay. So, yeah, you don't delegate for me. And I appreciate that. Yeah, no, thank you though. I'm still going to do me. I'm still going to run my life how I'm going to run it. Oh, but thank you. But then you can see that the reason why they're saying that is because it's not going to benefit their absence. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a prime example. You probably are kind of like a little confused here maybe. Let's say Sally and Sue work together. Well, Sue is going to be going on vacation. And Sally is going to be the only team member that is going to be working in the office. Sue is going to be working distantly with vacation with her family members. Okay, absolutely. Oh, I could, sure. Sally is happy. Sally is okay with it. Sally's understanding of her goal. Sally's understanding of what she has to do for the next few weeks, right? But Sally has a family member, preferably a child, who wants to take driving classes during the holiday season. And that's the only time that the child can, in order to get their driving permit, excuse me, and to succeed in life ultimately, because that's what we do for our children. We want them to succeed, be prepared, be ready, right? We definitely don't want them driving at the age 20, trying to figure out how to get to and fro, right? Well, Sue is going to recommend that you don't do this, because if you do this, then you're going to have all these extra expenses, and it's not going to be good for you. But reality is, the purpose of you not allowing your child to take some driving course during this time of year or season or whatever is because then that's going to throw off the plan of them taking vacation, not being in the office, and you having to stay stuck in the office, which is absolutely understandable, right? But the problem is that the training is going to be outside of work hours. So it's kind of like, what is the purpose of Sue telling Sally that it's not a good move? Other than she just exposed herself that she's a covert narcissist, for one, that she's been meddling in your business, for two, and that she's trying to gain control over your life, for three. Yeah, that's a covert narcissist right there. Subtle. Oh, well, it's not going to work. That rates are going to go up, and trying to act like she cares. Sue is trying to act like she cares for Sally. She truly cares for Sally. Look, it's not a good idea. But how does Sue know that that's not God's plan? See, this is why people need to stay the fuck out of other people's business. Trying to delegate and play God. Does that make sense? That's a low-vibing, subtle, discreet, covert narcissist. Be careful for these ones, because they're subtle. They seem like they care for you. They seem like they really true have your best interest. They really do. And maybe they really do, because again, low-vibing narcissists, they're not as bad as the medium or the high-vibing narcissist. The ones that are very aggressive, that won't even say anything. They just act, and they'll create an obstacle and block. They won't even talk about it. They'll just go straight for the jugular, and they'll try to throw obstacles in your way to prevent you from doing things. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, these low vibing narcissists, you got to be careful with too, because they still have the capabilities to try to ruin and control your life. Ruin, basically, because anybody that tries to control somebody's life is trying to ruin God's path for you. The divine will. Does that make sense? So take the advice. Either way, whether it's from the low-vibing narcissist or whether it's from me. But I'm just saying, these are the things that you need to watch out for in the work environment setting. This is why a lot of corporations don't last, because people get fucking fed up of people being in their fucking business. Listen, I don't mix my personal life with my business life ever. Unless, of course, I have to delegate outside of it, yeah. But I don't go to work to talk about my personal life. And that's another thing you need to be careful for. People are trying to pry information out of you. Why does it matter who my family is, how my family is, or what I'm doing with my family? Why does it matter to you? Is it paying your bills? Is it affecting me right now in this moment? Then why the fuck are you meddling in my business? That's the shit that I'm talking about, that prevents people like me and you, who are strongly independent, who want to be a team player, who want to work in good environments, who want to be part of companies and organizations. But, the mere face of that own company that they're presenting to you is a covert narcissist, and they're meddling in your business. And now they're causing you to want to step away and back off and find another route of revenue, of income. Does that make sense? You guys, be careful. Stay strong, because regardless, either way, low vibing covert narcissist or high vibing covert narcissist, it doesn't matter. You still have the power and the authority to walk in your divinity and your truth, to be the head and not the tail. You have all control of your life, no matter what. I do recommend a mediator, though, in situations like this. Okay, so this is your message. Happy, fantastic Friday. I hope everybody is safe and well. I hope everybody is just really going to have a fantastic, restful weekend. Please, you guys, get some rest. Rest is so important. You cannot produce, you cannot co-create with the universe, you cannot manifest, you cannot do the divine work of God without resting. God says 6 days, 7 days is Sabbath. Okay, so resting is important. Choose whatever day you want to be your Sabbath. Now, I recommend it being Sunday, absolutely, because it just makes sense. It aligns with everything, right? But, the Sabbath doesn't have to be Sunday. The Sabbath can be Friday. The Sabbath can be Monday. The Sabbath can be Saturday. Of course, if you can do that work-wise. Still pay your bills, still go to work. Don't take the day off just because you want to do Friday of the Sabbath, but your butt needs to go to work. But that's what I'm trying to say. So if Saturday wants to be your Sabbath or Sunday, whatever, just rest. The mere purpose of the Sabbath is rest and giving all praise to the Most High God, whoever your God is. I am not speaking on anybody. I'm not trying to force my spirituality, my path on anybody. But I do know that it's very important to rest, because when we rest, we get the answers, right? We get the answers. Our body heals. We rest, we eat, we rejuvenate, and we can take on the world. That way we can have the spirit of discernment, and we can understand, and we can see things properly. That's why rest is important. It helps you in so many ways. It's not just the body, it's mind, body, and soul. Remember, in alignment with truth is being in alignment with your mind, your body, and your spirit, okay? And so when you stay in alignment with yourself and you do the right things like rest, you're going to continue to get the messages, and God is going to continue to show you. Remember also, YouTube family, walking in grace, in humility, and humbly facing people is the ultimate way you're going to win anybody or anything over, okay? Walk in grace, walk in truth, walk in your integrity, walk in your loyalty, walk into the righteousness of who you are. You want to be a powerful manifestor and a co-creator with the universe, God, aka the universe, the angels, however you see this world. I'm teaching you simple, general steps, simple, general things to do that are basic, that I don't even have to tell you this. These are common sense things, okay? That will keep you in alignment with your spirit, your truth, and your divine purpose and path that God has chosen for you. I love you guys. Don't forget to hydrate, take your vitamins, drink your water, eat healthy, balanced diet, get some exercise, and I will talk to you guys whenever I feel like it. God bless you guys. Namaste, shalom.